Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to sunny San Jose, where the New York Gargoyles have traveled all the way over from the Big Apple and made their way to the West Coast here in San Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic game ahead of you. Two positive teams, the undefeated San Jose Flight and the positive 2-1 New York Gargoyles battling it out. I'm DJ Kilgannon, and with me in the booth is my good friend and colleague, Andrew Gibson. Our statisticians tonight are Justin Reside and Eddie Gage, and of course, our executive producer, Alex West, behind the scenes pushing all the buttons and doodads. Andrew, I expect this one to be a good game. What do you think New York is going to have to do in this one to be able to topple what has been an undefeated San Jose squad up to this point?
Well, I think the mission for New York is simple. I think they just need to get their backs going. Elbrin Jackson, Rudy Johnson. I think that's going to be their key to beat this San Jose front. And I think they also need to get the receivers going, Popovich as well. But I'm excited to see this game unfold, and let's see if New York can get their backs going early.
I don't disagree with you. I like it. Keep it simple. Do what they do best and run the ball. Get their offensive production going like we've seen them struggle to do in past weeks. My mind instantly goes back to the 6-0 win they had in a previous week. But they have a tough task ahead of them. San Jose has been one of the best teams over the last few seasons, winning a championship the year before last. And this season starting off with a bang. Starting off with offset single back here against this New York front. Run. Oh no. Play action. Haygood throwing over the middle. Nice catch. Splitting the linebackers in two there. Torrey Holt finding the look.
Torrey Holt just kind of doing what he does best, split the defense, nicely thrown ball from C.J. Haygood, and Holt finds the seam in the defense on the post route for the first down. Nicely done.
This offense led by C.J. Haygood, the most experienced quarterback we have down here in the SFLm. Joined all the way back in October of 2025. He's got a decent bit of experience under his belt. Got a few games in last season. Another pass from Haygood. Caught. Great throw and catch. Finch Jr. getting an early look.
And I think that's one of the keys if you're San Jose in this game. You got to keep targeting Nick Finch. I mean, he's gonna be kind of your main source of fire through the air. And I think he's gonna be in for a good game today if San Jose wants to win this game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. If you can split the linebackers and attack behind them, I think that's a nice strategy. I'd argue New York has one of the best linebacking cores in the SFLm, but their secondary is very weak, so passing against them seems like a good strategy out of the gate. Another run here, the first of the day for San Jose. They'll call it 5. The backs here for San Jose, Marshall Falk and Lamar Gordon, fullback Chris Massey. The receivers, I've named a few of them already: Nick Finch Jr., Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, and Dane Looker. The tight ends, Johnny Masters, and the other, Brandon Manu Maluna. Another run, stretch to the outside, brought down quickly. Lamar Gordon had himself a solid week last week, but Mike Alberts is going to be a tough outing, especially when it comes to these backs and running the ball. Orlando Pace, Willow Henson, Andy Eby, Andy McCollum, and John St. Clair. This offensive line giving a ton of time for Haygood to throw, and he does successfully, attacking Finch Jr. on the corner route.
Dennis Weathersby saving a touchdown there with that stop. A nice little out route to the sideline from Finch, and that's a nice first down.
Already into the SFLm red zone is San Jose. A very solid drive to start. 5 plays, 46 yards up to this point. Splitting the pass and run game pretty much down the middle. Another pass, quickly connecting on the streak. Caught inside the 10-yard line. That is Isaac Bruce. Haygood spreading the love full and through to his receiving core.
And C.J. Haygood is just dicing up this defense early on this first drive.
Absolutely. He's cutting them up like a sous chef right now. Heavy set box here for New York. It looks like they're expecting a run. They're going to motion out Chris Massey to make him a stand-up receiver. They run to that side and hit hard. Is Falk in the backfield.
And I believe that was Vane Richter. The Richter meter going up once again. and let's keep an eye on him tonight. I think he's in for another big night as well.
The Richter scale starting to spike here in San Jose. That fault line following just up the California coast. Haygood to throw over the middle. Oh, nearly picked, but it falls to the turf. Kevin Keishvahern had a chance, and he didn't not quite able to take advantage of it.
Keishvahern, you got to haul that one in. It was a good jump, but almost hauled in. I think San Jose is lucky to just escape that one without a pick.
Definitely agree with you there. But if this one is up and good, they're going to be able to escape this drive with 3 after a very solid drive that got them here. This is Jeff Wilkins, the leg for San Jose. It's up and right down the middle. 3 points to go. Wilkins has some large shoes to fill here in this San Jose kicking room. And he's starting off nicely. Week 4 starting off for San Jose. Like we said, they're undefeated. New York hoping to stay with a positive record here, getting their 3rd win on the season. And this is a New York squad that struggled a lot last season. They had 1 win the entirety of season 11, and it came in their last week of the season. Oh, what a hit there. Kelly Washington, the routine return man here in New York, taking it out to the 36. Quarterback of these Gargoyles is Joseph Lama II. The halfbacks, Elbrin Jacks, a.k.a. Mr. Tiny, Rudy Johnson, and their fullback, Chris Edmonds. The receivers, Nick Popovich, TJ Hushmanzada, Ron Dugans, and the return man you just saw there, Kelly Washington. Your tight ends are Matt Schobel, Sean Brewer. Your offensive line is Jimmy James, Scott Reberg, Mike Goff, Matt O'Dwyer, and Willie Anderson. The San Jose defense has been formidable through these first 3 weeks of the season. A run, crossbody handoff there. There's Elbrin Jacks. He gained 6 on the first carry.
I said it before in pregame. Elbrin Jacks needs to get going. He's kind of their bread and butter on the ground, and he just needs to keep it going if New York's going to want to win this game.
I think you are completely right there, my friend. Heavy set box for San Jose once again. Nearing the 50 already. Pitch to the outside. Bounces off a tackle and brought down. Rudy Johnson. 3rd and 3 after that carry. I form here for Lama. A motion over a receiver. That is Nick Popovich. Talked about him at the start of the show as well. That's Shane Walton following in coverage. Looks like man. They're going to run to the left. Jacks brought down just short of the line. Huge play there by the linebacker, Chris Vasquez.
Chris Vasquez doing a good job standing his ground and reaching around the block to make that tackle. Nice stop there on 3rd down.
New York struggling on their first drive. Forced to punt it back to San Jose. And that's not a good look to start. Oh, fumble! Scooped it up as New York. Oh, man, that could have been bad.
Wow.
Oh, wow, and it was. Wow, what a job by the Gargoyles to take advantage of the opportunity they were given. Nick Finch Jr. fields it and gets clobbered.
Marquand Manuel on the hit. Oh my goodness, what a defense, what a special team stand there by New York.
They're going to have to take a look back at that play and as this game is going to roll through as something that could have given them a little bit of life. Because New York is going to have a chance at points when they don't deserve them. Popovich, the motion man once again, and he's followed. Handoff here to the right-hand side, fighting for as much space as he can get. They'll call it a few. 2nd and goal.
Tackled by a swarm of flight there. Malik Rivers, I'm pretty sure, was the one that got in to make the stop.
Split backs for Lama. Pitch to the outside. I love the look. Rudy Johnson breaks a tackle, and then there's another one there. It's one thing I love about this San Jose defense. There's always someone there to play cleanup, and that time it's Jason Sehorn.
Jason Sehorn doing a good job backing up his teammate. That, like you said, DJ, that's what you got. That's what this league's all about. You got to be there to step up behind somebody if they miss a tackle.
Trips to Lama's left. He will pass. 3-step drop. He's rolling out to his left. Fires that way as well. Tips off the hands and incomplete. Could have been a huge play by the linebacking core of San Jose. Chris Vasquez had a chance to pick it off, but falls to the ground, incomplete. Hushman Zada, the intended receiver. And on a drive that was really abysmal for New York, 3 and out, resulting in a punt. They now, after the fumble, are going to have a chance at a field goal.
Even though you don't walk away with 6, I would still be happy with 3 here if you're New York.
Absolutely, this is a blessing. Van Cleef on the kick, up and good. The only development kicker we have down here in the SFLm, playing down from DC, getting some extra reps. And that ties the ball game there, Andrew.
Tie game, still plenty of time left. Excited to see what happens in this one.
San Jose special teams coach, I'm sure, was lit up after that last play, just as Nick Finch Jr. was lit up, hoping to get a better look here. He's got 2 hands on the football, and he goes down safely. Out to the 24, not the best starting field position for San Jose, but as long as they're able to shake off that previous turnover they had on special teams, I can't see why they aren't able to carry the momentum further in this game.
Yeah, I don't think I could have said it better. San Jose did a much better job of just holding on to the ball, and I think since we've seen the power of New York's defense, if I were San Jose, I'd take that as a warning to hold on to the ball as much as you can.
Pass here from Haygood. 2-step drop, attack in the middle of the field. Caught down in between the hashes. Rogers Beckett, the one bringing him down after the nice catch.
Once again, Torrey Holt, simple little route over the middle of the field. Little post route over the middle. Nicely done by Torrey Holt to hold it in for a first down.
Nearing midfield already. The San Jose passing attack so explosive. There was only 1 incompletion when it came to the first drive for Haygood on his 4 passes. Another throw here. He's rolling out to his left. Pressure behind him. Oh, just a little bit too far out in front. Tried to attack downfield and take a big chunk out of the play there, and Isaac Bruce watched it sail over his head. Nickel look here for the Gargoyles, trying to hold them behind midfield. Haygood, slant over the middle, caught, and they flip the field, get past that midfield point, and there's one of their backup tight ends, Dan Curley.
Dan Curley, nice little slant route, well run, and just splits New York's linebackers. Good pass and throw there from Haygood.
Tell you what, I love the vintage logo in the middle of the field for San Jose. I always have, with the bird there. Pitch to the outside. Falk trying to find some room, and he's wrangled down by Alberts quickly.
Alberts, that's another guy, if you're San Jose, you got to look out for if you're Haygood dissecting this defense. He's one of their big threats as well, and we've seen it before.
Vane Richter and Mike Alberts already with 3 tackles apiece. Richter, one of them for loss. There's some more motion. There's Curley once again on the field. Haygood, another throw. 2-step drop, the pump fake. Pressure's there and over the middle. Oh, it's caught! What a play! It's Dan Curley once again, the former motioning tight end. Another grab in a huge way, and I don't know how Haygood didn't go down in that pocket, Andrew.
I'm really shocked. It looked like he just had a wall around him, and Haygood just launches up a jump ball to Curley. What a grab for the first down.
Maybe that's one of your distant cousins out there, Oliver Gibson, missing that sack on the diving attempt. Oh no, it's a B, not a P. Maybe distant, yeah. Very distant. Haygood pass is caught over the top inside the 5.
Isaac Bruce just doing the job there. Nice little route towards the just a simple little streak. Hit him. Perfect throw.
Yeah, beautiful run route there. You just had to make sure that corner didn't break back. And, you know, he threw it before he could, and a beautiful throw it was. Looks like split backs for San Jose. A very heavy set line here for New York. They're expecting run all the way. They'll get it right up the gut. Falk gains about a yard before he's brought down. I believe that was Alberts on the tackle.
Yep, Mike Alberts. New York did a good job of anticipating the run on that play. Let's see if they got it here on second and goal.
Once again, looking to be a heavy line for both teams. Up the middle once again. Gordon gets hit hard. Stopped in his tracks. Guess who? The big 51 in that orange and white, Mike Alberts. Fourth tackle on the drive for Mike Alberts in that outside linebacker spot. Can they make a stop on the goal line? Looks like the same exact drawn-up play up the gut. Stopped! Vane Richter making a play, and the Richter scale is bustling here.
Richter absolutely showing up in a big-time spot for New York. Great stop there on third down and goal.
Forced to kick Wilkins out on the 18-yard attempt. It's up and good. A field goal fest here in San Jose. And man, Andrew, that is not the way you want to see a 10-play, 74-yard drive in.
No, I would be expecting a little more than that if I were San Jose, but I can't complain with the result regardless. But I agree with you. There should have been more on the board there.
They reminded me a bit of San Diego on the other block a little bit, how they just could not punch it into the end zone every time they got into the red zone. It took a while before they finally were able to. Both teams relied on a lot of field goals in that last game. Maybe we're seeing a battle of the legs once again on our Tuesday nightcap game. Split backs return for New York this time. Outside pitch brought down quickly. Tinoy Samoa getting Elbron Jacks brought down hard for a 2-yard loss.
Tino Samoa doing a good job blowing up the block. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know she got blocked there. As she went for the tackle. Great stop.
Pass here for Lama. Plenty of time over the middle, incomplete. Hushmanzada was blanketed by defenders. That's Lama's second pass, both of which were to Hushmanzada for incompletions.
I think if I were New York, I'd switch it up here. I know you like going to Hushmanzada, but you got to start getting your other guys involved in that passing game if you're going to get anywhere.
Popovich and Schobel come to mind, who have both been big parts of their pass game in the past. Lama will throw again. Over the middle, caught! There's another member of their receiving squad. Kelly Washington getting a huge completion for first down. And that's the end of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, final score of a 6-3 to end the quarter. It has been a field goal fiasco here in San Jose. Don't go anywhere. We'll be only gone for just a moment. Welcome back to sunny San Jose here on the West Coast. I'm DJ Kilgannon. With me in the booth is my good friend, colleague, and former teammate, Andrew Gibson. Our statisticians for the evening, Eddie Gage and Justin Reside. Thank you both very much. Our executive producer, Alex West, making a great show for you all this evening. And a special thank you to our SFLm commissioner, Ellie Diomas. Oh, a hard hit right at the goal line. Stopped in their tracks. Jamie Duncan hits Jax hard.
Duncan making a nice hit there at midfield to just slow him down. Great hit.
Just shy of the midfield mark here. Lama will roll out to his left, pressure to his right, caught in the middle of the field, and there we go. That's why you spread the love. Popovich pulls it in with one hand.
And Popovich, we've seen this dude play well previously. Nice little rollout there from Joseph Lama. And then a nice little slant route for Popovich for the first down. Nicely run play, and Lama able to find his man.
Split backs for JL2. Gotta get a well-sustained drive here for the Gargoyles. They haven't had much. Their only points have been off of the back of a field goal on a punt. Jax getting skinny in between a few defenders somehow. Gains 8 out of that, Andrew. I mean, he's so small in that huge cluster of bodies. I couldn't even keep track of him.
That gave me a little bit of deja vu. Jax just pinballing in between defenders. I don't know how he didn't get swallowed up, but oh my goodness, what a play by Elbron Jax there for a few yards.
Mr. Tiny may be small, but he's got plenty of fight. Pitch to the outside. That's Rudy Johnson brought down at the line. They'll call him a yard short.
And that was Sorensen, or that was Nick Sorensen on the stop. Great job there by the safety to just shut that play down before he can go anywhere.
3rd and 1. New York needs this to continue what's been a good drive up to this point. Cheating a linebacker up. They get the handoff up the middle. Stopped. Mr. Tiny nowhere to go, and Chris Vasquez puts a stamp on the end of that one.
Vasquez took one look at Jackson and said, "You're not going anywhere." Great stop there to shut it down for no gain there on 3rd down.
Not quite in the field goal range of Ron Van Cleef. They're going to have to punt, landing inside the 10, and a nice bounce. New York gets the bounce, and that should be pinned at about the 8-yard line. Nice punt there from Nick Harris. Oh, excuse me, about at the 6. Not going to be an easy drive here for San Jose. Nine plays on for New York there just to punt the ball back. They need to really readjust things offensively. Marshall Falk will get the run. Richter misses the tackle, and Beckett helps come play cleanup, but he's already at the 1st down marker.
I'm pretty sure Richter tried to strip the ball out of Falk's hands, but that is a heavy man coming at you, and you're not going to be able to strip the ball away from him that easily.
Just under 7.5 here left in this 2nd quarter. Tight bunch to Haygood's right. Moving back in the pocket, trying to connect on the post. He overthrows one receiver, and it hits the hands of the other. Alberts was involved in the coverage on that incompletion.
A little possible miscommunication there from San Jose. It looks like the two receivers kind of just ran into each other. And yeah, you said it right. You just overthrew one man and it hit the other in the hands.
Pass here from Haygood. Surveying over the middle. Oh, tipped. And he called him, calling a pick. Oh, what a play. Dennis Weathersby comes out of left field. Oh, we're going to get another look at this one here. I think Alberts may have been the one to tip it. We'll have a better look here. Haygood tries to get it, and yep, Mike Alberts tips it. It bobbles around, and Weathersby scoops it up. Oh, man.
Great play by Weathersby to snag that right before it hit the ground. It pinballed off 4 New York Gargoyle defenders, but what a play by Weathersby to pick that one off. And it looks like it'll stand, too.
It will.
What a play.
31. Can they take advantage of another turnover? Elbron Jax. Oh, excuse me. That's Lama to pass. That's caught by Schobel. Since we called their names as people to get involved, they have connected with both Popovich and Schobel. That one for 17 over the middle.
Yeah, nice little post route to the middle of the field, and Schobel able to take advantage and split the defense. Nicely done there by JL2 to hit his man for the 1st down.
Split backs again, very comfortable in this look as they're well within the SFLm red zone now. Crossbody handoff to Jax, fighting ahead. They'll call it a first down, 10 yards on the carry.
I thought that was a generous spot, but I don't know. With that extra effort, that looked really close to me.
For now, it'll stand. They'll call it just over a yard to gain here for the touchdown. Can New York fully take advantage of the turnover? They weren't able to last time. They had to result to 3. Can they take the lead? Just over 6 minutes left to go. It's a motion over a receiver. It's 82 for them. A run up the gut. Diving touchdown for New York. Rudy Johnson puts the exclamation point on it.
And Rudy Johnson, all you need to do is get up and go big sometimes in those goal line situations, and that's exactly what Rudy Johnson did, diving over the pile for the touchdown. Unbelievable job there from New York on that drive.
4 carries, 4 yards, and a touchdown for Johnson. And there we go. We talked about how, you know, their points are really only off of miscues by San Jose, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you take advantage of the opportunities you're given, and you play off of that. You know, the interception forced by Alberts and Weathersby results in a touchdown, and then, of course, you had the field goal off of the Nick Finch Jr. fumble. But San Jose just has to clean things up.
San Jose just needs to limit their mistakes, but if you're New York, sometimes the last mistake is gonna not win you the game. So it's about who makes less mistakes.
Completely agree with you there. And right now, New York is certainly winning that mistake battle, if you will. But let's talk about this New York defense a little bit. Carl Powell, Justin Smith, Oliver Gibson, and John Thornton, your defensive line. Vane Richter, Brian Simmons, Mike Alberts, and Kevin Hardy, your linebackers. Torrey James, Dennis Weathersby, Jeff Burris, and Marquand Manuel as your corners. Rogers Beckett and Kevin Case Verhearn, your safeties. Hey, good. Quickly throwing that one. Richter with the tackle, but not before a nice catch there from Isaac Bruce. I feel like if you're Haygood, you're able to wipe that last interception off your shoulders a little bit, you know. He did throw it into traffic, but it got tipped up on a nice athletic play and then bobbled. So maybe one that you're able to forgive yourself a little easier for.
Unless you do it again, but I don't think they're doing that here. I'm sorry I had to say it.
I would hope not. Gordon gets the run, and they'll call it a first down. You're going to have San Jose fans writing to you after that.
Yeah. Honestly, bring it on. Bring it on.
I love it. Should stop there just past the 4. They'll call it at the 45-yard line. Gordon with a nice carry, hoping to continue what's been a nice stretch of games for him. Yeah, 2 receivers out to Haygood's right in this nickel defense here for New York. Going to motion Curley over to flip the strong side. Just under 5 minutes to go here, nearing midfield. One step drop and a pass. Oh, it drops. Oh, Jeff Burris could have had a pick 6 the other way.
It would have gave San Jose more of a reason to hate me. I almost spoke another pick into existence.
Yeah, they would have.
But what a play!
Hate mail for sure.
Yeah.
Same formation here for the flight and the Gargoyles for that matter. Except he's offset a little bit in the backfield. Haygood is surveying, snaps, 3-step drop to the left, and again finds the hands of a Gargoyle. Just mistake-filled football coming from the hands of C.J. Haygood after that first pick.
I think C.J. Haygood's starting to struggle a little bit. He's really. I think that first pick had him rattled a little bit. He's starting to slowly tail off here. He needs to get his head back in the game.
He thought he could shake it off. Maybe he can't. 5 wide for the flight now. A man does follow, showing man is this Gargoyles defense. Haygood with a 5-step drop. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Caught in traffic. Nick Finch Jr. hoping to make up for former mistakes.
And Nick Finch Jr., there you go. That's how you do it. Just get one catch, get your confidence back up. Nice throw there by Hager to fit it into the window. And Finch able to haul it in traffic for the first down. Nicely done.
Already 152 yards on the day for C.J. Haygood. And hoping to continue that solid day while keeping his hands clean. Back to this offset single back look. They'll run out of it this time. Falk gets brought down by the pair of Richter and Alberts after a gain of 4.
Solid run there. Solid run.
Taking a ton of time off the clock on this drive as they near ever closer to that SFLm red zone. Right up the gut with the run. Lamar Gordon gets brought down from behind.
Looked like Lamar Gordon tried a little misdirection there, but it just kind of ran into a brick wall. San Jose did a great job of shutting that play down. Or
Justin
not San Jose,
Smith.
New York, sorry. Justin Smith.
There. Justin Smith cleaned it up. His little shift in the D-line there. And this nickel look. Haygood drops back to pass. Rolling out to his right, a nice block. He's going to take off well past the first down and then some. Inside the 5. Slides. Oh, he's short. Oh, he should have stayed up. He would have had it at the quarter-inch yard line.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Rogers Beckett was the safety there. What a play by Haygood.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That was... Wow.
Ooh. Challenge it. They're going to say he was in. They are going to say he was in.
Wow.
Let's get another look at this. He looked short, Andrew. I think the initial call was right. You know, with that slide, sometimes you have to take into account where the ball is. Look at that block there to seal the edge. That was John St. Clair. I mean, either way, you're going to be right on the goal line. I don't agree with the challenge. From that angle he looked in.
Yeah, that angle looked a little dodgy. This one's going to be close.
It stands.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the challenge, but of course I'm not a coach. Frustration clearly showing on the face of the head coach for San Jose. Drew really clearly frustrated.
Credit to Haygood for stepping up in that spot, though.
27-yard QB run. I believe that's the longest run on the day by anybody up to this point. Run up the middle. Oh, he stopped. Alberts, nice tackle shooting the gap. Falk gets brought down hard. Scoot him back a little bit.
And that's something New York's been known for throughout this game so far is their goal line defense. They're really stepping up in these goal line situations to make these stops.
They sure are, hoping for a few more. Hoping to bend but not break like they've done all game. They shift over Massey in the backfield. Watch for that fullback dive. Oh, he sneaks in! Touchdown! Great play calling by San Jose. Haygood looked like he had super speed under center.
And Haygood just took one look at his coach and said, "Give me the ball one more time. I got this." And just takes it in from under center for the score. I guess they felt bad for not giving him that long one. What a play there from San Jose.
Yeah, I mean, he brought them the entire distance there. Offensive coordinator giving him the nod and the points, like you said. And they finally punch it in. 10 plays, 68 yards, and a ton of time off the clock as well as they take back the lead. Turn here from Washington is going to get brought down hard. And New York, hoping to bounce back after San Jose was finally able to sustain a drive all the way downfield and finish it. Just shy of the 30 here for JL2. Split backs look from the 29. Two receivers out to his right. They pitch it that way. Mr. Tiny gets met by Pisatino Samoa, and he gains 3.
Tackled by a steamboat of flight there. Moa did a good job bringing reinforcements to bring down the bowling ball that is Elburn Jacks. Nicely done there on the stop.
Just a single back in the backfield here. I believe that's Rudy Johnson back there. JL2 will take the snap to pass over the middle. Caught! There's Popovich again, just shy of that 50-yard line, and that will be the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter.
Simple little, it almost looked like sort of a drag route across the middle. Nice throw to Popovich. Great play there for the first down.
And there it is, nearing the half. New York hoping to either tie this one up or take the lead back in their favor before they talk things out at halftime. Very soft coverage from the corners here on this play. Going very far off. They pitch to the outside. Jax cuts it back in. Gains 3 before he's brought down by a gaggle of flight defenders. Lama under center once again. Offset eye to his left. They're going to motion, looks like Popovich to that side of the field as well. Right up the gut. Johnson heads that way and gets brought down. They'll call it a first down, though. And there's the first timeout out of the hands of New York.
Send off there to Johnson. I believe that was his longest carry of the game. At just over 6 yards, I believe.
Yeah, he's been a little quiet today on that front, apart from that touchdown that he was able to punch in. Another single back, just outside the 40-yard line here. Another motion. This time it's Hushmanzada, making it 2 receivers to JL2's left, rolling out to the right, attacking the out route. Popovich stays in bounds, slip past a defender. He's gone. No, he stopped inside the 5 and a timeout.
Wow, what a move. What a move by Popovich. Just a little one cut.
Wow.
Whoop. Broke his
nice
ankles.
Play.
Nicely done there by Popovich for the first down.
There was no chance I expected him to stay in bounds, let alone get past those flurry of tacklers, but he did. Single back in the backfield, they'll motion Popovich. Keep an eye on him. They will. They'll follow a corner. It's Malik Rivers who follows. Maybe run it to that. Oh, they'll pass JL2. Pressure behind him, brought down. Chris Vasquez continuing his great day as the Gargoyles hurry it up under a minute now. Another pass. 2-step drop. Slant. Touchdown. Popovich punches it in.
And Nick Popovich making it look easy. Nice little slant route. Well thrown by JL2. And that's simple as it gets right there. Nicely done for the touchdown.
2 of the biggest catches of the night, both of which were by Popovich on the same drive. A 47-yard reception on the previous play, and then a 4-yard reception to punch it in. And New York says return the lead to their side as they take it back. 4-point deficit now for the Flight.
And might I add, that touchdown was over Chris Vasquez too. Just committed a little too much on the stop. And nicely done there from New York.
17-13 now. New York kicking it back to the hands of San Jose. And with how the game has gone for them, Andrew, I wouldn't be shocked if they're happy taking it into half. Just because of the mistake-ridden football, they played a little bit closer to the end of that second half.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if honestly they just take this one into half and just run the clock out. I mean, you don't want to make any more mistakes. You definitely don't want to give New York the ball back. So if I were San Jose, I would just run the clock out here.
A genuine $10 to anyone in the chat if you understand the reference I made after they took the lead, and I'm being serious. Nickel look here for New York as they motion over a receiver. It's one of their backups receiver coming off the bench. That's 88. That is Troy Edwards. Pitch out to the outside. Falk brought down hard. Short of the stick there, and Alberts again getting involved.
Alberts and Richter, the entire first half, we talked about it before the game. These guys are dominant on this line. They keep showing up when they need to make the play.
And yeah, they are happy to go to the half, it seems. Oh, it caught Finch Jr., able to haul it in traffic, and there goes time ticking away. Haygood hoping to continue that confident throwing there as 5 seconds, and yeah, they're happy to go into half. They will line up, but for ritual's sake, as the final whistle blows here in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, what a half of football it has been. Mistakes for some and triumphs for others. The Gargoyles have a 17-13 lead over the Flight here in your Tuesday nightcap game of Week 4 of the SFLm. Andrew, how you feeling about this one? Do you think San Jose has a good chance to extend, to get the lead back in the second half and, really take things over? Or do you think New York may have a handle on it?
I think New York has a handle on it, but if you're San Jose, you got to stop making these mistakes. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, the field goal at the beginning of the half came off the fumble forced by Richter. Yep. And this defense has really been stout, but if you're San Jose, you just got to limit the mistakes. If you're Haygood back there, you got to get those mistakes out of your head, and you got to focus on this second half because your team needs you, and you got an undefeated record on the line. You got to keep that going into the second half here, and you just got to get back out there and play football.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tuesday Night Football here on the Virtual Football Network, brought to you by the SFLm. If you haven't liked the video through this half, what are you doing? Such an exciting end of the half where New York was able to take back the lead. I'm DJ Kilgannon. With me in the booth is my good friend and colleague, Andrew Gibson. Thank you to our statisticians on the evening, Justin Reside and Eddie Gage, as well as our executive producer, Alex West, making this show possible. And yeah, New York, after their last-minute score, if you will, to end the second half, they're going to get the ball back, Andrew.
Excited to see what they've got planned here, and I'm excited to see what the second half has in store. Let's do it.
Heavy box here for the Flight against this run of New York. Mr. Tiny will cut the distance in half here. Nice run there.
Elburn Jacks just kind of stood up by Robert Thomas in this linebacking core, but he ain't afraid to be a bruiser if he has to. Elburn Jacks is known for making these type of runs, so let's see if he's got it in him on these next few plays.
Another run, they'll pitch it to the outside. Rudy Johnson will get the look. They'll call it a yard short, but it seemed like a generous spot.
Looked like he was about 2 or maybe a yard and a half short, but they'll give it to him.
For New York, they'll pitch it to Jacks. A stiff arm, stays up somehow, and gains what looked to be 4 or 5. A very difficult run to only gain that amount.
Elburn Jacks showing that small guys can be running backs too. You don't really see many running backs in this league with his build, but he's showing he can still be a bruiser if he needs to be.
Very strong for what his build is, and nice run there from the fullback. That's Chris Edmonds, who we don't get to see a whole lot of. When you talk about size in the backfield of New York, Andrew, he's really the only one that has it. Jacks is 5'7". Rudy Johnson isn't much taller than him, but Edmonds is a staggering height, around 6'4". Another run here. Jacks bounces to the outside, trying to find the edge. He can't. Still gains a few, but they'll call him 2 yards short. No pun intended on his height.
You can't complain too much there for Elburn Jacks. That was a simple little run play outside. Kind of get stood up, but hey, that's the nature of this game. You can't take everyone for more than 5+.
That's exactly right. Offset eye here. They'll run again. Pitch to the outside. Johnson cuts it back and gets the first. Sorensen able to clean him up before things got too crazy. But Andrew, New York's run game is continuing to stay productive here to start this third quarter.
And we talked about it pregame. This run game is strong as it is with Elvin Jackson, Rudy Johnson. You just got to keep it going if you're at New York right now.
Run again, crossbody handoff to Jax. He tries to get away, but he can't. A handful of flight defenders meet him and tackle him for a loss of 1.
I believe that was Sorensen and Shane Walton that combined there to shut him down. Great stop there by the two of them to team up on the New York back.
They split that D-line a little bit, leaving a big hole in the middle of it. They try and take advantage of it. No, Johnson will bounce to the outside, and he doesn't gain anything. San Jose with another big stop. They say you can run all you want, but it's not always gonna work as they're forced to throw now.
That was a nice stop there by Jamie Duncan. There on the tackle for San Jose.
3rd and 11. Lama will throw over the middle, incomplete. Chris Vasquez has had his hands all over this one.
Vasquez doing a great job sticking those paws up to knock that ball down. That's his second pass deflection, I believe, this game. Yeah. He's having a good job shutting down the air here for New York.
He had a part in that sack earlier when they were able to bring Lama down. 2 tackles for loss as well, 2 pass deflections. Man, he's just everywhere. The term stat stuffer gets thrown around quite a bit over in the majors, and Vasquez seeming to fit that mold. Can't remember exactly what player gets that nod more often than not. Eddie will remember in the stats truck, I'm sure. He's the one that says it. Offset single back for the flight here. Hago to roll out to that side. We'll keep an eye on his legs. Incomplete. Tried to connect on the hitch. Holt unable to bring it in.
And Torrey Holt just kind of blanketed by two New York defenders, unable to haul that one in.
Chris Vasquez, half of the Vasquez defensive players here in the SFLm. JoJo plays for Oregon, just had his game earlier this evening. Hey, good to throw over the middle. No, it's incomplete. Alberts, another nice play in coverage. But as I was saying, you know, there's been plenty of great duos as far as last names go and groups as far as last names go here in the SFLm as families are concerned. Jordan and Michael Goodman come to mind, who are now dominating in Birmingham. Of course, the Vasquez family. You had the Wests, who ran the SFLm for a few seasons there while Jordan and Michael were a part of it. Also single back here. Haygood to throw. 3 straight incompletions off the arm of Haygood. You're
and
right,
Haygood,
you can't forget Scotty and DJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There's been a number of good duos in this league.
We go on forever about that, I feel. Jaden and Marco in the SFL.
Yep.
There's plenty more. The kick is off. San Jose really struggled on that drive to get anything going, Andrew. New York is really showing out. Kelly Washington on the return.
And I want to go back to New York's defense for a second. Like you said, they're doing a good job of shutting Haygood down through the air and really making sure he's not able to get back into a rhythm from that first half. They call it no-fly zone for a reason, and I think New York's doing a good job of that.
Pitch to the outside. Jax fights ahead. He gains a few. Vasquez solo tackle there.
Vasquez once again on another tackle. We've heard his name a lot tonight, and he is really doing a good job of shutting down this run game for New York, or for San Jose.
Split backs. Jax, 2-step drop to the far left. Caught and stays up. Great throwing catch. 2J Hushmanzada on his first catch of the day.
Hushmanzada was catchless in the first half, but finally getting involved there for 27 in the first down. Nicely done there from JL2 to hit him.
Put up in the offset I form once again. Llama rolling out to his left. Plenty of time. Firing that way as well. Oh, it's dropped. Popovich unable to hold on.
And I believe that was Anais Williams who slowed him down. Just couldn't haul it in. Nicely done there by San Jose to stop that catch from being held in.
4-3 here for the flight. Back in the single back that New York is oh so comfortable with. Cross-body handoff. Jax gains 6 as he's brought down.
Nicely done there by Jax. Just trying to find a gap, but there wasn't much of one there.
Another split backs here. 2 receivers to Llama's right. Five-step drop, throwing to the right. Caught! Oh, man, you cannot leave him that wide open. Corner route with 5 yards of room, and Popovich gets his 2nd touchdown of the day.
And it looks like that corner just came in, but I think you just forgot his assignment, but you cannot leave a wide receiver like Nick Popovich that wide open. Unbelievable. Again, another mistake from San Jose, and they paid for it there.
Extra point is up and good. New York extends their lead to double digits. 5 plays, 43 yards. Tensing up a little bit here, Andrew. Every time they kick one off to San Jose, just making sure that they hold on to the return. Will goes down hard. 33 is where they'll take it out from. And man, New York has really taken a grip on this ball game, Andrew. I mean, their first quarter of play was just, abysmal. They only had 29 yards of production in that first quarter. The second quarter, they had 124 yards of production. And then in this third quarter to start, they've been solid. They just had an entire drive that took up about 43 yards.
I think if you're New York, you could consider that first quarter a warm-up quarter, and basically they've figured out San Jose's weakness. They've keyed in on it, and they made a nice run there. But they managed to key in on what they needed to key in on, and it's working for them.
Yeah, sometimes halftime talks can seriously give you the push you need, and it seems like that may be the case for New York. But what I'm more curious to see is if Haygood and this offense can keep the ball safe, and if they can play the style of football we know they can. Offset I results in a run right up the gut. Gordon hit hard, and they'll call it a first, Andrew, but I think Albert stopped him short.
Yeah, I think Albert stopped him way short there. I'm expecting a challenge flag here. But, I don't know. Looks like they might let it slide.
Sure really will hold on to the challenge. They challenged that QB run earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And they
get a throw.
Yeah, that's right.
Caught over the middle. Curley, again. Not a player you usually see get a lot of touches, but getting his name called quite a bit tonight.
It's curious to see they're not using Masters as much as I thought they'd be using him for.
Yeah, I feel the same. You're seeing Curley get a lot of those looks rather than Masters when it's usually the other way around. Or Masters, excuse me. Chris Massey's also been really quiet. He's a big piece of this offense that we usually see utilized, and incomplete there. That's targeted to 86 on the offense. That's Manu Luna.
Maybe we just need to speak the tight end pass into existence.
Yeah, maybe so. They're throwing to their third string tight end before they're looking Masters way. You can see him there. He's the downed tight end there. That's Curley once again on Haygood's left. He will throw this time over the middle, caught by Finch. on the diving attempt. He falls as he catches it. I call it 3rd and 4. Your playbook's pretty wide open here, Andrew.
I would say pretty wide open. It's third and about a medium yardage situation. You could really go any direction here. I would just like to see him. I would just like to see a little completion over the middle here.
They throw it to that left side. Falk breaks a tackle, gains the first and then some. Just before that play, they showed the split of yardage, and it was 0 passing yards to the left side of the field, and they instantly break that with that pass to Falk.
And Falk doing a good job of breaking that first tackle in the open field. If he didn't break that tackle, he probably would have gotten stopped for nothing.
No, at least from my point of view as a broadcaster, a situation you always want your halfbacks in is one-on-one against a defensive back because they usually win it. And that play stopped before it can even get started. A loss of 1. Lamar Gordon gets shut down. Haygood after the loss. Looks like he might pass. They've been passing a lot out of this look today. They'll motion over Nick Finch Jr. to make it trips to his right. 22 on the defense following him. They bring an extra blitzer. Haygood over the middle, incomplete. Nice coverage there from New York. Torrey Holt again unable to pull one in.
Torrey Holt just blanketed by this New York corner secondary, and New York's doing a good job. Like I said, New York's doing a good job of shutting down the air, and they're really defending the pass well here as San Jose is getting a little desperate as this game goes on.
Trips to Haygood's left this time. He rolls out that way, gets an extra blocker, attacking over the other side of the field, and he gets the catch that time. He was 33% on his catch rate on the day before that play. Now it's up to about 43 as the coverage was there, but he stays in front of the defender to pull it in.
Looks like he tried to do a double move off the line and a little slant right over the middle. Nice catch there from Torrey Holt.
You know, apart from that tipped-up interception, Andrew, Haygood's had a pretty solid day. Just shy of 200 yards on through the air, you know, and they're closing in. They're in the SFLm red zone now. Play clock ticking away as they hand this one off. Falk bounces it back inside, cuts the distance in half, making second down much more manageable.
And if I were San Jose, that's what I'd do here. I'd chip away at this New York defense and get what you can. Try to get into these second and medium yardage situations. That way you got your playbook wide open.
They'll run it again. Gordon to the outside, breaks a tackle, and he's in! Rolling through a defender. And he is able to punch it in. Both touchdowns on the day have been off of the legs of some of these San Jose flight members, not really feeling up to their name, per se. One was Haygood, the other was Gordon. And they cut the lead a little bit.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. Nicely done there by Lamar Gordon. Way to shake off a tackle and just a fight for the goal line, and nicely done to carry it in.
That one looked like it was going to get bottled up, but Gordon bounced it to the outside. He kept the play alive and was able to break a few tackles to punch it in. 4 points to go now for San Jose, but Andrew, with how New York's offense has been producing, I wouldn't be shocked if they extend the lead by a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pad their lead either. I mean, you got some time on the clock. It's a close game. You might as well just try to extend that lead a little bit just to make sure your defense can feel a little comfortable if you send them back on the field.
Split backs once again for New York. Some motion there from New York. That's Popovich. Very soft coverage on Popovich. That corner's playing way off. Toss to the outside. Jack stuck behind a blocker. Only gains a yard before he's brought down by Duncan.
And that's just unlucky there for Elburn Jacks, getting stuck behind your own man, and Duncan able to clean him up as you got stuck there.
the gut, and he's shut down again. Same carrier, same tackler. Jax on Duncan, and again, he only gains a yard. Third and 8 here. This time ticks away. Pass to the left. Caught! Oh, man! They can always seem to get the edge. Ron Dugans on the streak, cuts it to the inside, and catches it right in front of the corner.
And I believe that was Dugan's first catch of the day. A nice little streak route and a nice completion from JL2 right to him for the first down. Nicely done.
That is the end of your the third quarter, excuse me. New York has a lead, and they're hoping to extend it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Throw those fours up in the chat. We've got a good one brewing. I'm DJ Kilgannon. With me in the booth is Andrew Gibson. Thank you to our statisticians, Eddie Gage and Justin Reside. Thank you, of course, to our executive producer, Alex West, for giving us something to call. Split backs here. Pitch to the outside. Jack's looking for some room. Can't find any. Tinoy Samoa the first to meet him.
Tino Samoa doing a good job clogging the line, and I would watch for New York strategy to change here if you're San Jose. Maybe start crash run game a little more.
Lama rolls out to his left, looking for a target over the middle. Oh, they'll call it a fumble, but it's recovered. Oh, man. So if that stands, that's going to be a fumble recovery by Dugans for a big gain. See, I'm curious here, because if you're San Jose, you want to challenge this, because that was not a fumble. They do.
I was going to say, it didn't look like he made a move before he held that one in, so I think that's going to be ruled an incompletion.
Interesting, because if San Jose recovers it, it's probably New York who challenges it. But now that San Jose didn't recover it and New York gets a first down off of it, they're like, wait, no, that's not a fumble. He didn't catch it. So that's definitely going to get overturned. He's whispering. It's overturned. We'll call it incomplete.
I was going to say, it didn't look like he held that one in before he got popped. So I was not going to be surprised if that was overturned, which it was. So
you're right. Just outside the 30-yard line here. We're entering Ron Van Cleef leg territory. There's the numbers for Popovich on the day. He's just a little bit shy of the century mark. Definitely going to be a throw this time. Empty look for JL2. That was Washington making it trips to his right. Looks like man defense all the way. Plenty of time. Rolls out to his left. He's going to take off. Spins, and he's brought down. Vasquez, the one to do it. 4th and 1. We've seen a ton of QB runs tonight, Andrew.
Yeah, it's like these quarterbacks think they're in the modern NFL, just tuck and run. That's an interesting strategy, but somehow it's been working for him.
Ron Van Cleef showing why you need a kicker down here in the minors. Punches that one through, punches his ticket. 7-point ball game now for New York. That cushions them a little bit. So even if San Jose scores a touchdown, it's not quite over. But both offenses really starting to get things together here in this second half. Finch will field that one at about the 10. He'll make it to the 30 before he's hit hard. They'll call it the 31. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be our nightcap game. There's no more SFLm action after this game, so watch it all up while you can. But be with us tomorrow. Thursday's SFLm primetime game of the week. Boston will be traveling down southwest to Philadelphia. It'll be me and John Campbell on the call, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're not tired of my voice yet, come join us for that game. It's going to be a good time. San Jose hoping to have another one of their solid drives. Hey, good. 5-step drop. Pressure's there, but he fires it over the middle. Finch Jr. catches it right against a defensive back.
Finch able to hold that one in just behind the defender. It looked like he that was inches from being picked. If you're Hagen, I would be breathing a sigh of relief as that one's held in by Finch.
Offset single to Haygood's left. That's Finch Jr. in motion. Him and Popovich, it just seems like it's the wide receiver one, matchup here. They're going to pitch that to the outside. Gordon, he gains a yard before he's brought down. Hearing that midfield mark here. 2 receivers to Haygood's right. 3-step drop. Haygood to the right side. Finch catches it again. He has been the whole entire offense right now for San Jose. They're over the 200-yard mark now with that catch.
And Finch is carrying. Couldn't have said it better myself. Finch is just carrying this offense, and he's trying to get them back in this game.
Right at the opposing 40-yard line. I form. They're going to run it right up the gut. Falk has a bunch of room. He's brought down. They'll call it a gain of 7. As time is starting to tick away here in San Jose. Best case scenario right now, of course, is a touchdown. But then you still got to play defense against a New York squad that's been really consistent, especially in the second half.
Yeah, if I were San Jose, I'd be going for 6 here.
Got to all the way. I don't want to be in a position where you're relying on your defense. That's Gordon who breaks a tackle and gets the first down. They're just continuing to get right past the chains, and they're taking a bunch of time off the clock while doing it. Rolling out to Haygood's left, firing to the right, caught! Oh man, what a play! Keeping it alive, Isaac Bruce, way too open.
I believe that was Isaac Bruce. Nicely done. A nice little pitch and catch from Haygood. He is locked in on this drive right here. And I believe that was Torrey Holt. Correction on you there, partner, but nicely done there from Haygood to get him the ball.
I appreciate it. Been wrong before, and I will again. Offset I to Haygood's right. A strong side of the line as well. Ronda right up the gut, and Lamar Gordon punches it in, rolling over the safety to get another touchdown on his day. Living in the goal line is Gordon.
Gordon once again breaking another tackle to score that touchdown. Unbelievable. And we got a ball game here, partner.
We sure do. A night of fantastic football. If you didn't watch our other Tuesday game that we had a little bit earlier, make sure you give it a watch after this one. Keyword after. Don't go anywhere because we still have 6 minutes of football. 7 plays, 70 yards on that last drive. And San Jose, Andrew, we talked about how New York has only gotten better offensively as this game has continued. I feel like that stands true about San Jose as well.
I think you could say that for both squads at the moment. They are really locked in. They know how important this game is, and they're stepping up when they need to, for sure.
It's going to be on the 28 for New York. We've seen them in a lot of situations where they're forced to throw on 3rd down, and they somehow are able to get it every time. I think if they're able to keep it 3rd and manageable rather than 3rd and long, they're going to be in a lot better of a position. Let's see what they can do. Offset I to JL2's right. Just over 6 minutes to play with. They're going to pitch it to that side. Jax hit hard. They'll call it 1.
Duncan bringing the hit stick on that play just stops Elburn Jax for a gain of 1. for a gain of only 1. Nice hit there by the San Jose man.
Splits here for New York. JL2 drops back, fires to the left, incomplete. Just off the mark. Chris Vasquez, the one in coverage. Celebrating after that incompletion. And this is what we talked about, this 3rd and long.
Absolutely.
Linebackers continuing to have solid days. Vasquez the one in coverage there. Duncan leads the team in tackles. They're making a name for themselves for sure. Lama will throw here. Plenty of time over the middle. And he's got space! Popovich! 15-5! Touchdown! New York!
Wow. Nick Popovich just streaked right behind him and made a nice play. JL2 with a beautiful throw. And Nick Popovich in stride just makes it look easy. Nicely done there for New York to get the 6 points on the board they need.
Disastrous for San Jose. The stadium falls silent. But I ask one question, Andrew. Do you think it was too fast?
I mean, with 5:22 on the clock, I think it was easily too fast. I mean, you need to burn the clock in this situation. You don't need to score that quickly.
Of course, but whenever the opportunity comes, they're going to take it. Popovich gets a hat trick of touchdowns on the day and gets 150 yards. And not to discredit Joseph Lama either. He's been sensational. He's over 50% completion, 258 yards, and he's kept his hands clean.
Absolutely.
Spin from Finch takes it out to the 32. Wow, what a game. Hoping I can have a voice for the rest of it. San Jose, like we said, hoping to stay consistent as they have the entire second half. New York hoping to get to their defensive form that they were at in the first half, where it was just bend and never break.
I was gonna say you hope you have a voice tomorrow. That touchdown by New York, according to Eddie Gage in the stats truck, 71 yards to Nick Popovich there for the score. Nicely done. Nicely done by New York.
Oh, man. Weathersby, who had the interception earlier, got a hand on that one. And good call there with that stat. And thank you to our statisticians, as always, making us sound smart. Two of the best in the business, Justin Reside and Eddie Gage. 2nd and 10 here for Haygood in the flat. Haygood will throw to the left, attacking the flat. Falk breaks a tackle, gets the first down, and then some.
Falk just absolutely bruising forward. I believe that was Vane Richter tried to go for the strip tackle, but Falk says you're going to need to try harder than that to knock the ball out of my hand, and he's going to battle forward for the first down. Nice run. Nice little pitch and catch there.
We call back to a few drives ago. That's the same play that got them a huge first down. And I believe they've only completed 2 passes to the left side of the field. Both of them have been those passes to the flat. Tight bunch to Haygood's right here. They're going all out pass. 2-step drop. The pressure's there, but he stays calm, attacking the out route. Nice pitch and catch there. That's Curley again.
And I think this drive of your Haygood is going to come down to your composure. You got to stay composed at a moment like this. 4:30 on the clock, 7-point game. You got to keep your composure here if you're CJ Haygood.
Completely agree with you there, partner. Bushmanzada motions out. Now to Haygood's left. It'll be a throw. To the flat, caught by Gordon. He's hit hard. They'll call it 3rd and inches.
Nice hit there. It almost looked like he had the ball over the line, but they're going to call him just short. Nice hit there by the New York defense. Couldn't quite get a number there.
And to run it, of course, they just need an inch. They'll get it. Falk Gets it and then some. Inside the 35 now.
Nice bruising run there by Falk. Just kind of hit the gap and just kept on ticking. Falk looking like a freight train out there. Just bulldozed the defenders to the first down.
Another pass here from Haygood, attacking the out route once again. That one very risky. There was a defender playing very tight coverage, incomplete on the throw to Finch. Three and a half to go here. San Jose needs a touchdown. Tight bunch to Haygood's right. Two stand-up receivers to his left. The throw again, two-step drop over the out route, incomplete. Tried to find Curley again. They've gone to that route a few times.
Nice job by the defender diving in there to get the coverage. Great stop there by New York. And if I were San Jose, I'd keep your cool here on third down.
Yeah, you've got to. Single back in the backfield for San Jose. Haygood will throw once again. Five-step drop over the middle. Caught! They'll cut the distance in half a bit there. Very nice play. Albert's the one to bring him down. 4th and 4, Andrew. They've got to go for it. They will. Single back. They're going back to this tight bunch. Watch the out route. Haygood rolls out to his left. Watch his legs. Throwing to the left. Incomplete! Nice coverage from New York. That may be the ball game.
And it looks like that was number 26.
Oh, great coverage. I mean,
nicely done.
You can't ask for anything better.
Exactly. Just absolutely blanketed the receiver. Great coverage. The way to bat that ball down.
Terrific coverage. He was hand checking him the whole way, stayed in front of him. That's textbook. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. Split backs. Run here to Jax. Tinoy Samoa meets him. He gains 4. And time will start ticking away. New York just needs a few first downs, Andrew, and that'll be it.
And I believe that was Torrey James on the deflection there for New York. I got a name check there for you. But great. That was, as we said it, that was textbook. You can't write coverage better than that. That was nicely done there to knock that ball down.
That play illegal in all 50 states coming from Goose except one. California made a mandate this morning. Just over 2 minutes left in this 4th quarter. And off to the right, Rudy Johnson. He's short. We're probably going to see the 2-minute warning here, Andrew, and that's going to be one timeout out of the pocket for San Jose. But one more first down, and that'll probably be it. That is your 2-minute warning. New York just needs 2 yards to make this a lot more difficult for San Jose, if not impossible. They've done it before. Can they do it again? As their captain has given up on them in the chat. Pitch to the outside. And, oh, they call it first. The timeout. I'd love to see that one again. Questionable call. For now, it's a first.
Do they have a challenge left?
I think it would come up to the review, and I guess it's good enough to call it a first without one. Yeah, that may be it. Hand off up the gut. Jax gains 4. There's another timeout. Nearing that 50-yard mark. And New York just needs to keep chugging ahead. Unless something crazy happens, they should have one in this one in the book. Pitch to the outside and rolls over, and they'll call it 3rd and 1. Timeout.
Guess this is kind of the last ditch here for San Jose. So kind of your last hope at anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, you need to stop here if you're going to have a chance. That's it. One more first down, you're done.
Yep.
Offset eye to the left. It's going to be hard to do it, but it's possible. That's 41 motioning over. That's Chris Edmonds, the big fullback we talked about. To the left, first down. That's it. Mr. Tiny, number 32, Elbron Jacks. And we've got a snapshot from Eddie Gage doing his best Ron Haynes impression with his Gage vision, if you will. And yeah, we're getting a replay on that first down call earlier on the timeout, and Jacks definitely had the first down. So great work by our stats truck as always. Thank you for that. And yeah, that's all. New York and every coach's favorite formation. As I always say, maybe not, because New York loves them some split back, but there's the first kneel down, and New York topples what was Goliath, knocking a loss into the loss column of the San Jose flight and matching them for the number 1 team here in the SFLm.
I say, even though March Madness is still going on, that's an upset that we did not see coming. Nicely done there by New York to get the win tonight.
And I agree with you there, and it's not to say that New York's a bad team. They're a darn good squad, but San Jose's just been on another level. I thought, especially in San Jose, my DJ meter, if you will, was certainly leaning in San Jose's favor. But after the start that New York had, they took advantage of every mistake. They did exactly what they needed to do, and they came out victorious.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is all. Zeros hit the clock as celebration in New York ensues. 34-27, the visiting Gargoyles topple the San Jose flight. Andrew, this one was a roller coaster. Let me hear your thoughts and then toss your game ball to one player.
Overall, really solid game for New York. San Jose really closely fought. If I were to give my game ball to a player, I would say Mike Alberts. He was just an absolute machine, as he typically is on this defense for New York. If I were to give a game ball to someone on San Jose as an honorable mention, I would say Chris Vasquez also deserves some credit. Yeah. He did some good work for San Jose tonight. And overall, really solid game for New York. And Elbron Jacks did a good game as well. So overall, New York, really solid game all throughout.
Got to give my game ball to JL2, Joseph Lama II. 53% completion. He had a 150-yard receiver. He threw 3 touchdowns, and he didn't have an interception. New York was 9 for 14 on third downs, and he was a huge part of that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for finishing out this Tuesday nightcap with us. We still got more football to come Thursday, where Boston will travel down to Philadelphia. Be there at 8 p.m. Eastern. But for tonight, I've been DJ Kilgannon. With me has been Andrew Gibson. Thank you, Eddie Gage. Thank you, Justin Reside. Thank you, Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.